By the time she got off, she was more than ready to stretch her legs and find something to eat. She headed to the baggage claim while trying to decide what she felt like eating for dinner. Unlike those early years, she now had choices, but that was almost as overwhelming as not having them. "Excuse me, Miss Parker?" A deep voice sounded as soon as she stepped off the escalator near baggage claim. Kristen turned to locate the speaker, and her heart stopped. "Captain?" Her voice cracked, and her hand flew to her forehead in a salute she'd made up for her make-believe universe. Captain Deke Wolfe stood in front of her in the flesh. The man chuckled. "No, ma'am, I'm not a captain." She sucked in a breath and reminded herself to breathe. "I'm so sorry. You look just like... you can't be. Deke isn't real, you see. You're just..." She clapped her hand over her mouth. How could someone look so much like the man of her dreams? And she'd dreamed about this tall, dark-haired, dark-eyed man for years. The strong jawline, the lean muscles in his shoulders and arms were exactly the way she'd pictured her main character. Strong enough to get the job done, but still light on his feet and capable of wiggling into and out of tight spaces if needed. This man's eyes twinkled. The skin crinkled in the corners as he grinned at her. "Who do I remind you of? And are you in fact Kristen Parker?" Yes, I am." Her face heated further. How could she tell him he reminded her of a fictional character? "Do I know you?" Of course she didn't know him. She'd remember eyes like that. But how did he know her? "No, ma'am. I'm Brett Stone, Sylvia's nephew." Oh, what a small world. Why didn't Sylvia tell her she had family in Tennessee? And he could be Deke Wolfe's twin. In fact, this guy looked more like the hero in her books than the actor playing him in the movie. Her gaze drifted down a sculpted chest, clad in a light gray t-shirt, before she caught herself. She snapped her eyes back up to his face, feeling her cheeks warm even more. It took effort to keep from fanning herself. She must have turned bright red. His grin hinted he might know she liked what she'd been perusing. However, he simply said, "She asked me to give you a ride to the resort." Of course she had. Kristen felt even sillier. He wouldn't have shown up unless Sylvia told him to take care of her. "You didn't have to do that. I could have taken a cab," she babbled. "Do you know my aunt?" He laughed. "No one tells her no." "That's true. What carousel will your suitcase be at?" Kristen nodded to the one marked with a giant number 2. She forced herself to look at the luggage carousel and move forward, tripping over her feet in the process. "Easy there." Mr. Stone grabbed her by the arm to steady her. Heat suffused her body as she searched the floor. As usual, there was nothing there to blame the mishap on. The metal contraption wasn't moving yet, but she'd already embarrassed herself. She glanced at him again, only to find him gazing down at her. He was too beautiful for words. All he needed was a blaster strapped to his thigh. "What's your name again?" she asked. "Brett." "Nice to meet you, Brett." "Brett, not Deke. And thanks for the ride." "My pleasure." He used the hand at her elbow to move her forward so they could watch the arrival of the bags. It was a pleasant sensation that made Kristen's brain stall a bit. "How far is it to the resort?" she asked, proud of herself for thinking of something relevant and not related to the way she envisioned him at the helm of a starship. "About 45 minutes," he supplied as he released her and took one step back. His hand had been warm, unexpected. Strangely, she missed it as soon as he moved away. But it did help clear her mind some. "Oh," Kristen swallowed. Almost an hour alone with this man and no clue what to talk about. "Hopefully my bags won't take too long," she mumbled. The carousel made several clicking noises, groaned, and started to turn. "No worries. What do they look like?" He stayed close as if expecting her to take another stumbling step. "I'll grab them for you." A faint smell of aftershave drifted off him, and something Kristen could only describe as the smell of outdoors.